Got a match?
Of course, but I cannot spare a cigarette.
Thanks, I've got some. I was out of matches and all the shops were closed.
The shops close early.
And open late. This match is broken.
I'll give you another.
No, this one can be mended.
With patience. You're Walter Norton.
Yeah. You're Emil?
Yes.
I was told to contact you in Bakova, but you'd arranged my trip from here.
Has everything been all right?
Yeah, but I feel a lot better when I get across the border and report to Steve Mitchell. Carrying a lot of hot information in my head. I'm sure they'd like to cut it off.
The border is 20 kilometers from here. You will cross over into the town of Zarvech.
How do I get to the border?
In exactly 3 minutes, a truck loaded with turnips will come down this street.
I'll be just another turnip, huh?
A dead turnip, Norton.
Yeah, danger is my assignment. I get sent to a lot of places I can't even pronounce. They all spell the same thing, though. Trouble. This time it's Zarvek, a border town in Europe. I'm to meet Walter Norton, who's being sneaked across the border by the underground because he's got some red-hot information locked up in his head. I expected he'd be here waiting for me, but there's no sign of him. Instead, the clerk downstairs tells me a girl has been inquiring for me, which is all very nice, except I don't happen to know any girls in Zarvek. I take it you're the young lady who's been inquiring about me.
Perhaps.
Do you always inquire with that?
Perhaps.
Your needle's stuck.
Empty your pockets.
So, this is just a plain ordinary stick-up, huh?
Do as I say.
Okay.
This is what I really wanted to see. Your credentials, Mr. Mitchell.
V. Dioff Kinnick?
Yes, I am your contact.
Oh. Now, you don't believe in taking chances, do you, Miss...
Vonnie is my first name.
That's a big load off my mind. So you're my contact, huh? Suppose you prove it.
You are Mr. Steve Mitchell, a United States government agent.
You just read that in my credentials.
You are here to meet Walter Norton, one of your government attaches, whom we of the underground have been helping to escape from the country across the border. That was not on your credentials.
Okay, where is Norton?
I don't know.
You don't know, but if you're my contact, you were supposed to bring him here to meet me.
I know. But he has not yet reached this country. He is overdue and must still be across the border.
That's not good. Sit down. Have you any idea what held him up?
A number of things could have happened.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Yesterday morning, I heard from Emil.
Who's he?
One of us in the underground. He is our contact in Bakova, 20 kilometers across the border. He said he was to meet Walter Norton last night in Bakova and help to arrange for the rest of his trip here to Zarvek. I've heard nothing from either of them since.
But that was the plan.
Perhaps there was a change of plans. Such a thing does not always mean trouble.
Not always, but usually.
You're worried about him.
Yeah.
Perhaps if you wait here a day or two.
A day or two might be too long to save his life. No, I want to go across and get him.
Do you wish to cross the border?
Any reason why I can't?
You perhaps are aware of the danger involved?
Perhaps.
But you wish to go anyway?
Perhaps.
Now it is your needle which is stuck. Very well, I'll take you across.
You?
For your information, or rather for the information of the guards at the border. I have an aunt who is ill in Bakova, whom I've been visiting regularly for the last year. Surely it will do no harm if I bring my brother along.
Okay. How do we get across?
We walk. Once across the border, I can get a car, and we'll drive the rest of the way to Bakova.
Okay.
I'll bring suitable clothes to your room. Also, false identification papers. We can leave in half an hour. I'll send word on to Emil that we're coming.
You mean we cross the border in broad daylight?
Why not? Your papers will be in order.
It's the border guards that I was worrying about. I'd feel better if they were relatives.
They are, on our side.
I was worried about the ones on the other side.
There's no need to worry. We'll get through.
No, there's no need to worry, maybe.
What do you mean?
You know, if something went wrong, if anything's happened to Norton, there could be a leak in your underground.
Such a thing has happened before. Someone we trust betrays us. So?
So how do I know that that someone might not be you?
You don't.
Well, there it is. Take it or leave it. I've got no choice. I've got to take it and hope I'm not wrong. In this business, you can be wrong once. Your last time.
Your papers? What is the purpose of your visit?
My aunt is an invalid. I have a regular permit to visit her.
And you?
I have a special permit.
He's my brother.
This is your first visit?
Yes.
You perhaps are not as interested in her welfare as your sister is.
Well, I've been away working.
Very well, you may enter. Bakova, 5111.
What's the matter?
I thought I knew most of the guards by sight. Perhaps he's new.
Hello, this is Kursta. Steve Mitchell has just crossed the border. You can set up the trap.
Emil, this is Steve Mitchell.
I received the message you were coming. I'm glad you got here safely. There's been trouble, otherwise I would have communicated with you.
What happened?
I met your Mr. Norton last night as arranged. There must have been a leak in our plans. We were attacked by one of the military. Norton was hit in the leg.
Did he escape?
Yes, he's in hiding. I've made arrangements for you to reach him.
Good. How do I do that?
Let me see.
Hmm?
A little larger than I expected.
You're measuring me for a coffin?
Not exactly.
This is for me?
For you.
What's the occasion?
There's a letter in the pocket that will explain.
Engraved invitation to cocktails and dinner with the Countess. I'm going to have dinner with the Countess?
There will be others.
Oh, I get it. One of them will be my contact, huh?
It will take you to Norton. Your contact will identify himself by handing you a flower for your lapel.
Okay. Let's see. Due there for cocktails at 5 o'clock. That gives me an hour.
Would you like to familiarize yourself with the area around Countess Esterhazy's home?
How far from here is it?
I know where it is. I can drive you by.
Might be a good idea to drive by there and just get the lay of the land in case I have to leave in a hurry.
That was my thought.
Okay.
I will be here when you return.
Thank you. I'll leave the coat. Varna drives me by the Countess's house, and I size up the surrounding territory just in case I have to leave the party in a hurry. Then Varna shoves off, and I go back to Emil's.
Emil, is he there?
He can't come to the phone. Any message?
No.
Who'll I say is calling? Hello? Hello?
I beg your pardon. Steve, something's wrong. There's been some trouble.
What is wrong?
I can't get my car started. Thank you very much.
Just one moment. What's the matter? Where are you going? Right over there. Any objections?
Perhaps you wish to visit the Countess S01E038.
That's right. Any law against it?
Why do you want to visit her?
I have an invitation for cocktails and dinner.
May I see it?
Why?
I'm Captain Rostov, police. Now your papers, please.
Don't you want to punch my meal ticket?
You may go in.
Thank you.
Your cocktail, sir.
Thank you. Am I early?
No, sir, you're not early.
Am I late?
No, sir. Excuse me.
Only one other glass on the table. What is this? A cocktail party for two? Emil said there'd be others. Suddenly, I get a very bright idea. I'm leaving. This whole deal could be a trap. Then, just as I'm about to head for the door, I spot something in another room which stops me. Something which looks like a lot more than two are in this party. I'm Steve Mitchell. You must be Countess S01E038?
Yes. You should not have come here, Mr. Mitchell.
I was told I'd be contacted here.
By someone who had news of the man you were looking for, Walter Norton.
That's right.
My son Franz, leader of the underground, was supposed to do this.
Was supposed to.
Yes. Franz was almost arrested this afternoon, but fortunately, he was alerted in time to go into hiding.
I see.
But as long as you're here, Mr. Mitchell, I'd be charmed to have you dine with me.
I guess what you've told me explains why the rest of your dinner guests didn't show up.
Yes, they were afraid they would be suspected as sympathizers. Apparently you were not warned.
No, maybe that's what Varna was trying to tell me a little while ago on the street. So your son, Franz, is the one that I'm supposed to contact?
Yes.
Do you know where he is?
No. But he'll be able to send words soon, I'm sure. Oh, I know that knock. It's the soldiers again.
Oh, fine.
Are your false identification papers in order?
Well, they passed inspection a little while ago, but I don't want to push my luck too far, believe me.
Countess?
I must reassure you as to my hearing, Captain. I assure you it is still quite normal.
Your hearing?
Yes. Your first knock was clearly audible to me.
I must ask that you allow the presence of my men and myself in your house.
Oh, yes, indeed. Who could deny admittance to our fighting heroes with loaded guns?
Thank you, Countess. I see that your lone dinner guest is still here.
Still here, Captain?
How may we serve you?
I must search your house.
You already have.
A second search is necessary.
Why?
A few minutes ago, someone was observed slipping into your house.
Oh, very well.
Search thoroughly. Start upstairs. Each and every room. Very well, they're out of hearing now.
Have you a message?
Yes.
What is this?
Captain Rustov is a friend of my son's. Captain Rustov, my guest, Mr. Mitchell.
Oh, well, glad to know you, Captain. That's quite an act you put on.
Thank you.
It was he who warned my son about his impending arrest.
I see.
Only a moment ago, it was reported to me that a young girl was seen slipping into the house through the library window. I had to order this search.
Could be Varna.
That's why I sent my soldiers upstairs. She's waiting downstairs in the reception room for you. Perhaps she's ready to lead you to your friend, Norton.
Yeah. Thanks, Captain. Countess.
Steve, I heard too late that Franz was in hiding. I tried to warn you.
Have you any idea where he's hiding?
Yes, in a deserted factory. We can drive in the rear entrance. My car's down the block.
All right.
No, Steve, come this way. This is Franz, Steve.
Hello, Franz. Your mother gave me the flower.
You're sure he's the one, Varna?
Of course. I saw his credentials before we crossed the border.
I'm sorry to seem so suspicious, but after
Hi,
what...
Steve.
Well. Hello, stranger.
Boy, am I glad to see you.
You've had a rough go of it, huh?
Wasn't exactly a vacation.
I understand you've got a lot of hot information.
Yeah, one of their big shots had a change of heart and spill plenty to me. They found out about it before they killed him. That's why they've been after me.
Someone in the underground betrayed us, Mr. Mitchell. You must get him out of the country immediately.
I'm afraid this leg of mine's going to slow us down a bit.
What's the best way across the border?
There are two ways. One is the gate we came through.
The only other way is the mountain pass.
Yeah, but the border's 12 or 13 miles from here, isn't it?
You can take my car.
No, Varna, no. The police may know your car and be watching for it.
Yes, Franz, I suppose you're right.
Wait. My friend, the captain.
Yeah. If we could get in touch with him, he might figure out some way to keep the police off our trail.
That was my thought. Of course, I will have to tell him who you are and exactly what you're here for, but if you don't mind, perhaps...
Wait a minute.
What's the matter?
Your friend, the captain, apparently already knows all about me.
What? But I did not tell him who you...
Varna?
I told no one either. Only Emile, Franz, his mother, and I know who you really are and what you're doing here.
But Steve, if he didn't find out about you from them...
He found out some other way. Probably from his superiors.
The captain has betrayed us.
I don't get it. If the captain's a traitor, why did he warn Franz instead of arresting him?
So Franz could lead us into a trap. That's why he let me see Varna and let her bring me here.
So he and his soldiers could follow us and find Mr. Norton.
Well, then you can bet your bottom dollar they're closing in on us.
What are we going to do now, Steve?
That's a good question.
Oh, we're beaten.
Look, Steve, I'll tell you what I know and you beat it.
Hold it. I think I've got an idea. You say there are only 2 ways across the border.
The border gate and the mountain pass.
Good. We're going to pull a little decoy gag on the captain and his men, but we've got to work fast. Come on, let's get that car turned around. Once out of town, I head for the border and pour on the coal. But I'm careful not to stay too far ahead of them. They gain on me slowly, and I can see it's going to be a dead heat at the border.
Surely you did not think you could escape us, Mitchell. Where is Norton?
You didn't think I'd be stupid enough to have him with me when I knew you'd be chasing us.
A decoy.
That's me.
I will get Norton yet. There's only one other route out of here, and that's through the mountain pass. Guard, call the pass station and tell them not to allow anyone to go through.
Well, nothing to keep me now.
One moment, please. Norton undoubtedly passed the information to you. I cannot allow it to leave the country. Get out.
Guess again. Get in. You'll never make it. Maybe I won't either, but get in. Cramped quarters?
Even at the Waldorf, I never had it so good.
So he was in the car all the time.
Why didn't you make a break for it?
I'm in unfriendly country.
I've got a hunch this country isn't going to be as unfriendly to you as your own when you get back and try and explain your failure. Okay, Buster, you're on your own.